What's up, guys? What's growing on? So we just finished our, I think, 5th week of shipping. We're at the last week of May, and I just want to talk to you a little bit about some of the stuff we have growing and coming out for the online store really soon. So we're not going to be inside the shipping house today. I'll probably get you guys some more action this next Wednesday. I can tell you that I did score some more of that Togo cassava cuttings. So I do have a few left. I was able to fill my orders last week, and I'm going to put some up on the store for this coming week. So by the time this video gets out, they're probably going to be gone. I'm sorry about that, but I will definitely have more stock available in spring. Release that again next year for you guys. So lots of beautiful 4-inch material here. Unbelievable. I think this is that Lagos spinach. Definitely one that I prefer cooked, but we've got the Dragon's Breath, the Lagos spinach, the Amaranth. I believe those are some, Cherry the Rio Grande or Barbados Cherry. Let's see here. Dwarf Barbados Cherry. Sweet Almond coming up in 4-inch. This is the last of the 1 gallon Rolenia. More Dwarf Sweet Almond, Katuk. Those are really quite cute. Oh, 4-inch Katuk coming at you here soon. These are almost, I just see a couple of roots coming out the bottom, so a little bit longer. These will be out in maybe another week and a half. We've got 4-inch Turk's Cap hibiscus here. We will have Okinawan spinach. The only reason you guys have not seen the Okinawan spinach on the store is because the squirrels really like it. They're constantly in the nursery here eating it, so that's one that we struggle to keep out here just because the animals like it just as much as we do. So Roselle, if you guys go to the grocery store, you buy a Zinger tea, hibiscus tea. It is from this plant. There's a calyx that actually forms off of here. They say this is a perennial, but it's more of an annual in Florida. I think if you were down in like Jamaica or something, maybe it'd be perennial. Here, it definitely dies back. You want to collect seed. This is one we sell seeds on and the live plant here. You can eat that calyx on it just raw, kind of has a sour, sweet taste to it. I like it, kids like it. Most people seem to really enjoy it. Lots of dwarf bananas. That's the dwarf green. Really cute little banana. You can see we've got a dwarf green here. Oh. Yellow Montingia, so the yellow strawberry tree. This one is definitely not very common. This is the Montingia calavera, something like that. I definitely messed up the second part. This is a yellow fruiting variety. This is the double Mahoy banana. We've got some, what do we got here? 1 gallon doubles, more double Mahoy. Like I mentioned, the Roselle, the yellow strawberry tree, brought that one up already. Lots of dwarf Barbados cherries, so just a dwarf version of fruit and tree. It stays really small. Pretty tree though. Cocoa Poo, I guess. This is a newer variety for me. My buddy Josh told me he's heard about it. Doesn't know how well it's going to do here, but we will see. Here's the ice cream Namois. So by ice cream Namois, I mean this is a Namois banana. There's a ton of confusion in the banana industry throughout the United States because of this banana. This is not the true blue Java. This is not the true ice cream banana. There was a lot of hype that was created about a year ago on Facebook with these really like crazy silvery blue looking bananas. Everybody wants this blue Java now. I think Namois is actually a better banana. So the company I get these from decided to call the Namois ice cream, and it really just, it screwed up the entire industry for names and varieties. And I tell these other growers all the time, that's not the ice cream. They advertise it as the ice cream. Everybody wants the ice cream because of all that hype with that Facebook ad. It's not that special of a banana. And most likely you're not going to get the real banana. So be really careful. I do have the true blue Java. We're not shipping that one. That's definitely one that's only available when I have it available. Let's put it like that. So I think I'm out right now. Here's that Vente Coho. A lot of these bananas coming from these, tissue culture type situations. It's coming from very sterile, like lab situation. They haven't been exposed to the outside elements. So when these bananas get here, it's definitely a transition from the overhead well water, from, getting some fertilizer, just being outside in the elements. We notice that sometimes they don't take off very strong. Eventually they will put out a pup, which will give you a strong banana. So I tell people all the time, the best banana is a pup. Second best is a tissue culture, and we look at a tissue culture like a seed. Once you plant that first banana, and even if that first one isn't the one that gives you fruit, it'll put up a pup, it'll put up another baby, and that one will end up giving you fruit. So just kind of look at it as getting the seed per se. Here's some Cardaba, here's some Lacatan, and these are some much bigger tissue culture pups that are beyond kind of the shipping height right now. We've got lots of Namois 4-inch behind there again, same thing. That's that Namois ice cream. And then there's the dwarf green. And you can see the bananas, I'm struggling to keep these in stock. We had a really awesome rain event last night, tons of wind, so there was a bit of a mess here in the nursery. Excuse that this morning, no chance to clean up before I got, picked up the camera and made you guys this video. So let's see what we're working with over here. So I'm basically getting everything ready for shipping in 4-inch, cut down, like I was saying, on those shipping costs, amount of packing materials, more to a box. This is a longevity spinach, and this one I would say is like having a health food store in your backyard, kind of like moringa, but this is more like medicine. This is touted to have 1 million different medicinal properties. It can be eaten raw. I preferred it like just chopped up, sauteed, maybe put it into like a tomato sauce or something. I look at that one as medicine. You can actually, both of my farm interns, they like just eating it raw. They say it's really hearty, really filling, so they're constantly just snacking on it as a raw food item. Let's see what we got here. Whoa. Oh, okay. All right, so everbearing mulberry, I believe we have World's Best, which is a larger variety of the everbearing, and then we have a regular everbearing. I can tell you that there's a lot of different varieties of everbearing. I got this one from my buddy Taylor out of Estero. This one makes bigger fruit than all the other everbearings I've seen, and then the World's Best is about twice the size. So I really think that we have two better select varieties of the everbearing. That one works as a really good rootstock, and what's exciting about the everbearing, it fruits multiple times a year without that little bit of pruning. So it's it's really precocious. Constantly putting out fruit, doesn't need the pruning, doesn't need a lot of love, does really well down here. As you can see, I'm in a sea of moringa. Lots of people wanting those live moringa trees, not wanting to buy the seeds. These are getting to a size where I can ship them again. So we'll probably get these back on the online store. They have a really nice thick trunk. They should be able to handle the shipping a little better than the plug. Still trying to figure out the best way to get you guys moringa. That is definitely a tough one for shipping, to say the least. Here is my favorite passion fruit. This is the purple possum, Passiflora edulis. Really like growing these on a trellis, on a fence, up a tree. Makes purple, really sweet fruit. The uglier the fruit gets, the sweeter it gets. So let that fruit get ugly. These literally rain down out of the tree. They fall when they're ripe, so that's really great. This one vine can produce 2,000 fruits a year. So we plant 10 or 15 of these vines every year around the farm, constantly replanting, constantly replacing. Like I mentioned, I kind of messed up and didn't replant, and I was really kicking myself in the butt. So let's see what else we got available over here for shipping. I know that we've had the CISO spinach on there, and it's back again. We ran out. We're finally getting this one back in stock. And this is one that I really like just to nibble on raw. What do you guys say? Rained last night. This one has a really nice crunch to it, really nice flavor. It goes good in the salad, doesn't have to be cooked. Probably one of my favorite perennial vegetables. I got another video coming out soon about my favorite perennials that we grow down here in the summer. So this is Thai ginseng. I don't believe I'm shipping this one yet, so I probably shouldn't get you guys too excited. This is local delivery, potential pickup only. We are getting some Chayas ready for shipping. I know we're getting some of that edible leaf hibiscus ready for shipping. And you guys will see that, some of the plants here in the nursery, they get some holes in the leaves. I mean, we don't spray anything, this is just nature, coming down. I don't know what's even eating these. Sometimes it's a caterpillar. It is what it is. We don't spray anything on them to keep the bugs off of them. We don't use any chemicals whatsoever. All of our fertilizers are organic. This is a really, really good perennial vegetable. I like to call this one lettuce leaf hibiscus. This is another one that I talked about with like the ice cream banana. That same company got a hold of and put their own names on, and I think it's like Kiko's Crump and something else. I like to call it lettuce leaf hibiscus. This one can be used as a wrap. So this big giant leaf that you see gets to be about 2 or 3 times the size. It'll get much larger. Here we go. You want to see a larger version? This one works great chopped up in a salad, or like I said, as a wrap, but you can see it gets to this size right here. So they get really, really big, slightly mucinologous. So they have a little bit of, some would say like a slime when you're eating it. That's really good for your linings, for your inside of your gut. It's good for your body. So when you put it inside of a wrap, you really don't notice that as much, but when you're eating it raw, some people have told me they think it's slimy. Hibiscus cannabisis, another one, edible flowers, edible leaves, really beautiful looking flowers too. They're like a dark purple burgundy color when they start to flower. This one looks very similar to cannabis, and it makes an awesome perennial. Seems to come back every year for us here. Very similar to the Kenoff, but not quite the Kenoff hibiscus. So there's that large lettuce leaf hibiscus. Here is the Chaya. We've got a couple of different varieties of Chaya. I have a small leaf variety, and I have a bigger leaf variety, which I named after my friend Marabou, who we got that from. The bigger one's obviously a little bit easier to work with. You get a lot more material from a big leaf. Here we go. There's that Marabou. Oh. You know, this tree is 4 times as nutritious than spinach, and this is one that you tell people they have to cook before they eat it, and it kind of freaks them out. I would say that this is probably one of my favorite perennial vegetables cooked. It is absolutely delicious. It's really hearty. It goes great in a soup, goes great in a dish. Don't worry, it off gases during that cooking process. I know you don't want to use an aluminum pan, but it just needs to be cooked, so not a big deal. Definitely don't want to eat that one raw though. Here's a lot more of those AgriStart's Kiko Crump, they want to call it. Like I said, lettuce leaf hibiscus. You can see we're starting to get those going in 4 inches. So these are ready to ship. Got maybe 3 trays ready right now. I think half of those are already sold for the following week. And here's more of that large leaf hibiscus, and one that doesn't commonly get as sold, but I think has less slime to it, as this lettuce leaf hibiscus on the other side. It has a much skinnier leaf, so it's not going to work as well for a wrap. But as a green, as something for a salad or in a dish, or just eating raw, I find that this one has a little bit less of the mucinologist to it. Really nice texture, not much flavor to it whatsoever, but it's not a bad flavor. Definitely good in a salad or a dish. Really cool looking leaf too. I like the fingers on that one. Kind of almost looks, you know, cassava-ish per se. So lots of edibles shipping out. We can barely keep up around here, constantly expanding the nursery. I still haven't even finished the greenhouse. We've got about half of those trees out and potted up. This week that we're coming up on, we're actually going to recover the greenhouse. Hopefully by the following week, I get the new floor put in there. I get the tables, so that video is coming soon. What do I got over here behind me? So, Rose of Sharon. This is a hibiscus that has an absolutely delicious edible flower, probably almost as good as the Turk's cap hibiscus. This is one that we now have in 4 inch. This is a purple flower. It's absolutely delicious. Makes a nice plant in the landscape also. One of my favorites hibiscuses is this one right here. This is the parlor maple hibiscus. And something I'm going to point out, all hibiscuses have edible flowers. This parlor maple, all right, I'm going to break off this flower because there's plenty of them in here. Makes a beautiful bell-like flower. So you see, flowers are edible. Not a ton of sugar like the Turk's cap, but a very very beautiful flower. Pretty plant in the landscape also. Got some rue over here. Actually have a new variegated variety of that parlor maple hibiscus. That one's not quite ready yet. And lemon balm and mint's kind of in this area. So that's about wrapping up some of the new items we added to the shipping list. Actually, I got some other really cute stuff I want to show you. I'm gonna go over that way. Hold on one second. Okay, I can't keep up with these nursery girls. I didn't realize this whole section was even here. They just readjusted the other day, and you can see here's some of those 4 inch Okinawan spinaches. And the Okinawan spinach is definitely a little better flavor-wise than the longevity spinach. There's some more of our dwarf everbearing mulberry. We've got 4 inch stevia coming up. I even have 4 inch Mexican sunflower coming here really soon. And here's another exciting one with an edible flower. And let's see if we can pull this guy up. Oh, that's not the right one. So native blue porterweed. This is one that the hummingbirds really like the flowers on. The flowers literally taste like a raw mushroom. I'm gonna try to get in here and get one. Literally like a raw mushroom aftertaste. I've heard a lot of medicinal uses for this one too, using the leaves, using the stems, making it into a tea. Do some research on that one yourself. Flowers are delicious though. Here's some more of that Lagos spinach, dragon's breath, and this stuff makes an unbelievable flower spike that's beautiful. Oh, there's a summertime perennial that's a favorite. I don't probably talk about enough. Cranberry hibiscus, that's one that we do have coming up in 4 inch pots very, very, very soon. This is another one that I'm starting to see in Home Depot and Lowe's. You know, it's a sweet, kind of has a little bit of a tang to it. One that I always, give to the kids when they're over here. They seem to like it too. So the kids eat it, you know it's good. But that's one that if I'm making a sandwich or something like that, I come out, I grab a plate full, I bring it inside, and I add it to that sandwich. So last one I want to talk to you guys about in this area is Molokia, or Egyptian spinach. This is a summertime favorite for me. This is probably one of my favorite greens for just picking at when I'm walking around in the summertime. I really like the flavor of it, especially in the early to mid season. Towards the end of season, it tends to get a little bit tough. Molokia is actually what they made the rope jute from. So it's very fibrous. You know, I believe they use the stem of that, but the leaves are delicious. They're almost a little bit nutty. I really like the taste of the raw leaves. Goes great in a salad. Eat it any way you want, pick at it. Seed pods, I've actually had the seed pods pickled and turned into like you would do like an okra. They were delicious. So seed pods are even edible on those. The seeds are beautiful. They're like this green color seed that ends up coming off of it. So yeah, Molokia, Egyptian spinach, another one that we're just getting up on the store. I don't even know if the 4-inch are ready yet. I'm not seeing them. I'm sitting next to a sea of Turk's cap hibiscus, and this is definitely my favorite edible flower. Oh, and you can see I just plucked it right out of the cap, and the whole flower is edible. Super sweet, super high in sugar, probably one of my favorite edible flowers. We grow a pink, a white, and a red. I'm pretty sure the red's the only one that's available at this time, so I want to show you guys something in the shade nursery. Hold tight. All right, so I'm in the shade nursery now, and I can tell you that there's not too many items in here that are available in the store yet. We are working on getting all of our different varieties of turmeric, blue, green, white, yellow, orange, you name it, on the store. A lot of these different items out here: galangal, lesser galangal, shampoo ginger, regular ginger, Chinese keys ginger, Ethiopian cardamom, spiral ginger, you name it. We're working on getting rhizomes, smaller plants going, of everything in this area. We're just not there yet. And you can see, I mean, the leaves on this, the turmeric are, I mean, almost as tall as I am. Big, beautiful flags that come off of those. This is the white. That was the yellow variety. There's a green back behind there. I have a blue. I have orange. This is the Chinese keys ginger. This is regular edible ginger. That is butterfly ginger, Hydicium, spiral ginger, galangal, lesser galangal. And then over here, this is the insulin plant. And then we've got some arrowroot, and then we've got some shampoo ginger. So I have a huge collection of gingers that I cannot wait to start sharing with you guys. And one of my favorites is actually coming up here on my left. Beep, beep. This is the edible spiraling ginger, and this is probably one of my favorites. Ooh, let's see if we can get some good adjustment here to eat the flower on. And if you remove the flower ultra slow, I didn't get it. Hold on. What I was getting at, it was, if you remove the flower extra slow, you get like a little red ringer around the end of that. That little red piece is like extra sweet. It's probably my favorite part of that when you eat it. This is one, starts flowering in spring, tends to go about halfway through summer. Delicious, just something to put as a garnish on a plate, pick and eat, walking around the yard, let a kid try, no matter what it may be. It's kind of a cool one for the landscape. So what I do have coming up and available in the shade nursery are a ton of very special varieties of pineapple. So I believe this is the Florida Special, and we've got these started in 4-inch. I've got White Jade started in 4-inch. Let's see what other one I've got. I've got Elite Gold started in 4-inch. So I've got a bunch of little pineapples coming up here soon. Those are completely rooted out. Those are ready to go. They should be on the store by next week. By the beginning of June, you guys should be able to get your hands on those. And same thing over here, some more of those 4-inch. So another one. Oh, there we go. So I am going to have some dragon fruit available, a special variety of dragon fruit. I don't think it's the yellow. I know I have a special red variety. I believe it's the Edgar's baby that will be shipping out here soon. So, oh, last but not least, got some more pineapples over here. These are some more of the 4-inch. Let's see what variety we're working with. So this is that White Jade. This is that Elite Gold, and all those 4-inch are rooted out and ready to go. We do have some, I guess these are probably more like a 6-inch Swiss cheese plant. This is a relative of the Monstera, a little bit more common as a house plant. I think that one came in here by mistake. And last but not least, you guys probably already saw the Bid and Grow video. You've seen the Centropic video. You've heard me talk about this one a couple of times, and this is one we definitely ship out 10 or 15 days a week. And these are those Sabra varieties. So this is Pollinia jaboticaba, Sabra variety, but pruned as a bonsai. So this is a couple of years old, really makes a great rootstock. And you know, if I could get excited about anything, it's the new scarlet varieties of jaboticaba that fruit in like 3 to 4 years. Can you imagine bonsai scarlet jaboticabas at this size with fruit on them? Pretty epic, right? So that's something I'm working on. Don't worry, it's coming. I've been buying thousands of seeds, lots of scarlet seeds, and I'm hoping in a couple of years that we can make that a reality. So online store sales have been crazy. Thank you guys so much for the support. More videos on how to plant, how to care for all of these plants we're sending out coming on a weekly basis. I will try to continuously make these for you guys. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please go ahead and do so. Most importantly, pounder.